Hello and welcome to a demonstration of niche genetics. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can find long tail keywords that are low competition, high in search volume and easy to rank for. And I'm going to be showing you how you can find long tail keywords for literally any niche. And to prove this, I'm going to start off by actually looking for long tail keywords in a very competitive niche. So I'm going to start off with hair loss, and the idea of this video, guys, is to show you exactly how you can use niche genetics to find these long tail keywords that are easier to rank for and how you can see quicker results as well. Now what you need to do to actually find these kind of keywords is enter your most broad keyword that you can find. So for hair loss, obviously it's just hair loss, and hair loss is the main broad keyword, and you'd know if you've entered it right because niche genetics will be able to find lots of keywords for you. So we've got 300 long tail keywords here with the average monthly searches, CPC and search results, and what we're going to do now is identify keywords and shortlist keywords that we can potentially target. And obviously we're going to be running all of those keywords inside of niche genetics again, just to make sure that we can see exactly what kind of difficulty we're up against. Okay, so let's get started. So on this page you can see the actual keyword, the average monthly searches, the CPC and the number of competing sites inside of Google. Now the actual monthly searches and CPC you see down here, guys, are for the USA, and if you are targeting global searches, then you can be sure, or more or less 99% sure all of the time, that the keywords that you see, the average search volume that you see here is for the USA, and when you are targeting global searches, then more than likely you're going to have many more searches associated with them. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you a few tips and a few tricks on exactly how I find these keywords and how you can do the same as well. So obviously you can come over here, you can search for the highest searched for keywords you want, and I'm sure lots of people are going to be doing that, but that's not what niche genetics is for. Well, you know what, you can do it in exactly whatever manner you like, or you can do CPC, search by CPC, and go for the most highest CPC cost per click keywords out there. It's entirely up to you. However, I'm going to try and show you a way to find manageable keywords to target, and if you follow this, guys, then I really don't think you're going to be going wrong. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, guys, is, as you can see, I've just sorted the search results field so that it shows the lowest amount of competing sites towards the top and the highest amount of competing sites towards the bottom. Now this just tells me how many sites there are inside of Google that are competing for these keywords over here. Now the reason I'm doing this here, guys, is what this tells me here is for Daniel Tosh hair loss, it's got the lowest amount of competing sites inside of Google for this keyword. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that we've got a better chance to rank on top 10 of Google, because at the end of the day our actual competition is the 10 top sites that are ranking. However, what this does tell us is that for this keyword here, not so many people are targeting it, there's not many competing sites out there, so if there is a chance for you to get, so it's a very good area for you to start your search on, and it's worked for me time and time again, and I'm sure it's going to start making sense for you as soon as you start coming in and working with niche genetics as well. Okay, so I've searched these with the lowest amount of competing sites towards the top, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down here and look for keywords that are about 700 to 800 plus average monthly searches. Okay, so as soon as I find them, here we go, here's one, seborrheic dermatitis hair loss. I'll put that down here and shortlist that. What we can actually do is we can actually come over to niche genetics here, open this up on another page and enter the keyword in there. Let this search for that while we're actually still shortlisting some more keywords as well. Here's another one as well, got 1,000 searches, evening primrose oil hair loss. Okay, here's another one as well. We got Spironolactone hair loss. I'm really sorry if I can't pronounce these, guys, and especially if there's users who are watching this and know exactly how to pronounce this. It might sound a little bit funny the way I'm trying to pronounce it, but I do apologize, guys. Okay, so I've got quite a few, well not quite a few, but I've got a few down here that I'm shortlisting, and what I'm going to do is run each one of these inside of niche genetics. So as you can see here, we've just ran this keyword here, seborrheic dermatitis hair loss, and it's telling us that this has got moderate competition, which is brilliant. So we've come down from something that's extremely difficult over to something moderate. So if you're going to be targeting this keyword or this keyword, guys, then yes, this has 22,000 monthly searches, but it's going to more than likely take you 22 extra months to get up on the first page of Google. Then it's going to take you to target something that's much less competitive. But let me just take a look into this and tell you exactly what I see from here that tells me that this is not very competitive. Okay, so firstly, I'm not going to look at the monthly searches of the CPC. We've already identified this. What I'm going to have a look at now is the actual competition. So what I can see from here is that the number of competing sites in Google, this is telling me it's got 360,000 competing sites in Google. Okay, it's telling me that in quotes it's got 11,000 11,000 competing sites with the keyword in quotes. So websites that are actually optimizing for this keyword, there's about 11,000. But the actual number of websites that are using this keyword in their title, which is a very, very big aspect for on-site optimization, is only 74 websites. So what this tells me is that there's very few websites that have actually picked up this keyword, or there's actually very few websites that are actually looking to target this keyword. Now, I'm sure witty people are already targeting these keywords anyway, but let's just take a further look a little bit more. We've got the lowest and average page authority is 1. Sorry, the lowest page authority is 1. The lowest domain authority is 26. The lowest trust flow is 20, and the lowest backlink count is 1,042. Now, what this tells me here is that the metrics on the lowest end of the sites that are ranking in Google, again guys, you're going to have a different video explaining the difficulty score, so watch that to understand that. But what this tells me is that the lower end of the top 10 ranking sites, it seems fairly straightforward to get up there in Google. It's moderate, it's not even difficult, so our scale goes from very easy, moderate, then it goes to difficult and extremely difficult. Okay, so that's pretty cool, and it's also given me a few other long tail keywords to go after. Not saying that some of these are going to be the best to go after, but I'm mainly focusing on this one here, and this keyword here. And by looking at this, guys, this is something that I would certainly consider. And you can also go ahead and have a look at the top 10 ranking sites, and from here you can actually see the scores down here. So what you can see from here is there's only two websites that are actually using this in the title. There's two websites that I've got it in the header, and there's two websites that are using it in the URL as well. So that means these websites are actually trying their best to optimize for this, especially if they're using it in their title and that. But what you can see from here as well, guys, is the actual difficulty score for each one. So coming up and down here, yes, we do have a couple of spots that are open for us to actually penetrate and that are fairly easier to actually get the kind of authority that this is showing here. But then you've got other ones on here that are a little bit more difficult to actually get up there. But at the same time, what you can see here as well is you've got a YouTube video ranking, which is fairly cool as well. Okay, brilliant. So anyway, let's go over and let's just continue our research so I can continue and show you exactly how to find these keywords. So that was only one keyword we found, guys. That was the first keyword we checked as well. Let's go for this one here now. Or was it evening primrose oil? Okay, let's just go for this one. I just don't want to use the same keyword just in case. Okay, so while this is getting searched for in the system, as you can see, I haven't searched for it before. I'm going to try and identify some more. So here's another one, nizoral hair loss. Okay, so these are the kind of keywords that are really going to be making the difference for you in a short period of time, because the competition is very low, or we're going to try and identify competition that's going to be low, but we're still going to identify keywords that send a nice amount of search volume with them as well. Okay, so I'm just basically shortlisting all these here, guys, and obviously I'm going to run these through keyword niche genetics, sorry. And as you can see, we've got lots of keywords down here: itchy scalp and hair loss. Now obviously some of these might be still very competitive, and we're only going to find this out as soon as we've added these into niche genetics. But as you can see down here, guys, I'm on page 3 now. Only just started page 3, and I've already got like about 8 or so keywords. Each page that I'm going on, I'm finding about a good 10 keywords. Sore palmetto hair loss. Oops, I just pressed
just refreshed by accident, guys, so I think I was on page 3. Okay, let's have a look at what Niche Genetics is telling us here. Okay, so we've got Spironolactone hair loss. Okay, again, guys, only 58 sites competing, all in title. It's got a moderate competition. It's got 66,000 competing sites in quotes. But what this tells me here is, you know what, it's got a much lower trust flow for the lower site, and we can actually have a look at them sites as well. Again, one more time. Okay, they're not using the keyword in the title, in the URL, or in the header, guys. Actually, I don't think. Okay, yep, that's right. And as you can see, we've got some very easy and low sites ranking as well. So look at this one here. This is the one with the 8 trust flow, low domain authority, low page authority altogether. We could actually go over and have a look at that website as well if we wanted to. And going up and down here, guys, I can also see that the majority of these pages, or every single one of these pages, are inner pages. So there's no actual home page that is ranking. So if you was to actually create a site around this here, or just say, for example, you was to create a site around spironolactone hair loss, and obviously use the related keywords inside of the sites as well, and your whole site was revolving around it, then I'm 100% sure that you guys would be able to rank up there fairly quickly. I mean, with the competition, ranking in inner pages, nothing really all around this main hair loss keyword, you'll be able to rank up there fairly easy. I mean, I can just look at it by looking at these keywords here, the competition here. Okay, let's look for some more keywords. We're looking to try and find some easy ones, so let's see if we can find some easy ones. Let's go to evening primrose oil hair loss. I think I've searched for this one before. I'll know once I've added it in here. I have, yeah. Here we go, guys. So here's another one again, and only 38 sites, all in title. Very low trust flow on there, low domain authority, low page authority, and obviously the backlink count. And as you can see, it's saying it's moderate, and you've got 880 searches. I mean, if we run these through the Google Keyword Planner, guys, which I'm going to do now. Let me just put this on pause. Okay, so I've just logged into the Google Keyword Planner, and I'm going to paste these into there, guys. Obviously, this is just my very quickly and straightforward way of doing the niche research, and just to have a look at some of these search volumes here. As I mentioned too, the global searches are going to be much more than what we actually see in Niche Genetics down here, because these are USA searches, but as you can see, we've got some as high as 9,900 monthly searches. We've got 2,400, and you know, every single one of these that we've picked here are all over 1,000 monthly searches, other than this one here, which is 800 monthly searches. Okay, so let me just continue and add some more of these keywords in here as well. I'm not sure if did we use this one, or I think we did do this one already, haven't we? Okay, no, we haven't. Okay, so this is spironolactone for hair loss. I think the other one that we used was, I can't remember. But let's do exactly the same. Search these, and let's go to page 3, and let's have a look at some more. Here's another one, lupus hair loss. So this is exactly how you'd find the kind of keywords that you're looking for to target. Now, of course, guys, we've done only shortlisting. At the moment, we're shortlisting these keywords. I'm not telling you these are all the keywords that we're going to be targeting. That isn't the case, guys. What we're going to be doing instead is we're going to be looking at these inside of Niche Genetics again to identify other potential keywords that we can actually target. So anyway, we've got loads down here. Biotin hair loss, anti-hair loss shampoo, zinc and hair loss. But what you will notice, guys, the apple cider vinegar and hair loss, what you will notice is that all the keywords down here are real keywords with real search volume, real CPC, and keywords that you can go out there and target as well. So anyway, going back over to Niche Genetics, here we go again, guys. We've only got 77 users or websites targeting this, 26,000 in competing sites. Don't worry about the CPC there. You've got the lowest DAPA, TF and backlinks as well, guys, which is fairly cool. I mean, you know, if you're going to be targeting the hair loss industry, then you're going to be wanting to target keywords like this as opposed to keywords like hair loss shampoo or or something like that. Let's have a look at another one. Let's try this one, itchy scalp and hair loss. I'm sure this is going to be a fairly difficult one, but you never know, do you? We can actually put it in there. Actually, let's go for a different one. Let's try this one, finasteride hair loss. Okay, we'll wait until this does it. And what I'm going to do as well is I want to actually show you a different niche as well, guys. I mean, what I should do actually is put this on pause and do a research on these and come back and show you easy ones that we've identified. But yeah, I'm sure you get the idea of exactly what I'm saying on how to find long tail keywords. I mean, I've been using this for over a month now, just on finding new keywords. I've got a bodybuilding site that's taken ages and ages and is still not ranking. And I found a couple of keywords inside of niche genetics, got a couple of articles written up, and I'm already ranking for them. It is that simple and that easy. Okay, so this one's more difficult, guys. As you can see, it's got 4K, it's got 4,000 websites this time ranking using this keyword in their title. Obviously, we don't just take this into account. This is only one very, very low area that we take into account, but this is one area that I like to refer to because it shows me how many websites are actually optimizing on site for this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm performing a few more searches. I'll put this on pause though and come back when I actually find other ones as well, just to show you. But yeah, this is the one that I'm doing now, the last one that we found. Okay, so this one's postpartum hair loss. It's saying it's moderate, but this is still one that I would consider, and obviously I would consider this after looking at the top 10 competing sites. Something that I would recommend that you all do as well. And the reason you want to look at the top 10 competing sites is to see exactly how they are optimizing. And then you can see how difficult they are. So you've got an extremely difficult competition towards the top, but then you've got some moderate places that you can overtake here as well. Okay, so let me just put this on pause and find some more keywords. Okay guys, so take a look at this one here. Apple cider vinegar hair loss. Still good monthly searches, still good CPC. We can actually have a look at the monthly searches for this globally as well if we wanted to. Sometimes there's not too much of a difference and sometimes there's a massive difference. So apple cider vinegar hair loss. As you can see, globally we've got 1,300 monthly searches. In the USA we only have 880 searches. But check this out here, guys. This is telling me it's very easy. But what this hasn't, this is telling me it's very easy. Look at that. It's got 40 websites with this in the actual title. The lowest trust flow is 5, lowest backlink count is 118, lowest DA and lowest PA is, as you can see, very low as well. Now again, do have a look at the video about the actual difficulty score, but what this tells me here, guys, is that, you know what, we've got a very competitive niche, hair loss, and we've managed to find a keyword that's being searched for within this niche, and we could attract up to 1,300 monthly searches for this keyword, and it's very easy to actually rank on Google for that. And if you have a look up and down here, guys, look at these all three of these are very easy to actually overcome and beat as well. And yeah, and these look like very weak sites. Not every single one of them, but loads of them are weak sites. Okay, so as you can see, this would be much easier for us to actually target, and we'd be able to get up there and get a nice number of monthly searches just for using this keyword. Oops, have I went over? Yep, I went over to the wrong one. Let me just get out of here. I think there was another one that I was looking at here as well. Okay, there's eyebrow hair loss as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do this one last one, guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and go over to another niche, just so that you get a better understanding. But as you can see here, guys, we're only on page 4. I think we're only showing like 25. Yeah, we're only showing 25 in the results here, and we identified lots of keywords. Obviously, if we want to go, it's going to be much better to go for the easier ones because we're going to see better results. But a number of these here, nearly almost all of the ones that we see here, had moderate competition, and going after moderate competition as opposed to a difficulty one is going to get you much better results. Look at this here as well, guys. So we've got eyebrow hair loss. Eyebrow hair loss is also easy to rank for. And again, have a look at the difficulty factor or the video showing you how the difficulty score works to get a better understanding. But yes, it takes into account all of these factors here, and it takes some of these factors into account here. It also takes on-site optimization factors into account, including social media property factors and so much more as well. But again, guys, we've made this ourselves. We're using algorithms that we understand, or metrics that we understand Google pays a lot of attention to. However, you know, it's never going to be as precise and as accurate as we'd love it to be. So even though this is a great way to gauge your competition and to find out exactly if it's worth you looking into deeper or not, I would still recommend have a look at your competition, have a look at everything after you've done that, but use this as just a way to gauge exactly how competitive it's going to be. Also have a look at these factors here as well when you look at this as well, and I'm sure with experience and with the time that you spend with niche genetics, you're going to start learning how to use this and understand this even better so you can make results real quick. Okay, let's have a look at another niche as well, guys, and just so that we can get a better understanding. Let me just think of a quick niche. Okay, we can do eye treatment. No, should we do something else? Okay, let's do clear skin. Okay, I just thought of this up just now, guys. Okay, clear skin we're going to do. And of course, niche genetics is going to go ahead and it's going to do all its things. Again, guys, what niche genetics does here is it queries Google 3 times. It finds out the competing sites in broad, in quotes, and in all in title. Okay, I'm really happy this actually happened here, guys. As you can see, this was real quick, and it's brought back long tail keywords, and it's also brought back the monthly searches and CPC, but it's brought back nothing from Google whatsoever. If you have a look down here, near the competing sites from AdWords and everything, there's nothing being brought back from Google. Now, the reason this happened is because Google threw a nasty error to us, and we weren't able to get the details. So what you can do now is you'll see a refresh button here appear. Click the refresh button and the software is going to go ahead and it's going to perform the searches. Again, it's going to go ahead and query Google for your competition in broad. It's going to query Google for your competition in quotes and then all in title. It's going to visit the top 10 ranking sites. It's going to check the domain, the page authority, domain authority, trust flow, and the backlink count for each one. It's going to visit each site. It's going to get it's going to cross-reference the text for each site, and it's going to bring you back LSI terms. It's going to crunch all the data together and give you a difficulty score, and it's also going to go ahead and you know, do whatever else it does as well. Find you the long tail keywords, finding you the related keywords, finding you AdWords, and everything else you need as well. Okay, so clear skin, of course, guys, we knew it was going to be difficult anyway. But anyway, what you can see here, this is 35, the difficulty score is. We haven't managed to get any of the LSI data. And the reason the LSI data doesn't get done, guys, is because we had to click the refresh button. Normally on initial search, the LSI data gets done as well. But on this occasion, it didn't get done because we had an error get thrown up by Google. Okay, so again, guys, clear skin, you might be thinking, Abs, how can we target clear skin? Don't worry, guys, we're using it to get long tail keywords. Again, drilling down from the highest keyword or the most broad keyword in your niche, coming over to here, guys, sorting these with the lowest competing sites towards the top and then going down. I mean, I don't know how much we'll get for keywords like this. I don't normally look at the 200 ones. I normally start to focus on 700 plus. Okay, this is 260 as well. That's telling me 210. Okay, and then I'll look for some keywords down here. Have a look at this. Neutrogena Skin Clearing Foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna delete all these keywords there because this is just a demonstration. I'm gonna keep that keyword there. Again, I'm gonna shortlist them. While I am shortlisting them though, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the keyword research for these as well. Okay, so this is getting done for keyword research. While that's getting done, I'm gonna come up and down here and look for some more keywords to shortlist. Okay. I could target some of these as well if I wanted to, guys, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to try and look for the nice high volume keywords. That's actually a good one, that is skin clearing foods, and that could lead on to us targeting other keywords as well. Okay, so here's the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Foundation, guys. 27, it's moderate. It's only got 89 sites ranking. 89 sites that are actually using this keyword in their title. It's got 10,000 competing sites in quotes, 71,000 competing sites in competition, which is brilliant, guys. I mean, even though this is telling me it's a bit moderate, what this is telling me here though is that the actual factors are okay, but just remember guys, these are the backlink counts for the actual homepage. When we get trust flow and when we got backlink count, we have a look at it based on what the actual domain or the authority of the domain passes over to the actual pages that are ranking, and of course we use moz.com and we get the actual pages data that are ranking as well. So the pages seem to be very poor. The actual domain authority for the domains that are passing over the value seems to be fairly cool. The trust flow tells me that as well, and so there's a lowest backlink count. Well, actually the trust flow is fairly low, but we can always go down here, have a look again, as I mentioned, at the top 10 sites, and you can come up and down here and you can see exactly how difficult or easy they are going to be to rank. And from here straight away I can see that we've got 2 videos from YouTube that are on the first page of Google as well. The competing sites are low as well, guys. I would more than likely look to target this, and especially if somebody has already got a hair loss site, sorry, not hair loss, a clearing skin site or beautician site or something like that, then this, and it's already got some authority and you can par with these authorities here, guys, then more than likely you're going to be able to get up there really, really quick. Okay, let's go ahead and, did I find any more keywords? No, I didn't today. Let's go ahead and look for some more keywords. Okay, so I'm just scanning through these real quick, guys, and of course you can go down any one. So clear skin might be one. You can go to Neutrogena, the next one, and find some long tails for Neutrogena if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm not going to be looking for anything under 700. That's 590 here. Home remedies for clear skin. That's a nice long tail keyword as well. Okay, foods for clear skin. Now this one might be fairly competitive. It looks like it's going to be one that's going to be searched for quite a bit. I mean, that's something that I would search for if I was looking for clearer skin. Okay, here's one, clear skin diet. We can shortlist this again, guys. Okay, go up and down. And of course, the further we go down, the more sites are competing for these keywords, guys. Which of course, you know, you can look at in one way saying, yeah, that's good. In another way, you can look at it and say, no, it's bad. The reason it would be good is because there's more people that are competing against it. These keywords are going to be more popular, or people have identified them more. Or it's bad because, you know, there's more sites you're up against. Okay, here's another one, clear skin tips, which I believe would be a fairly hard one, but you know what, you never know until you run these through and do a bit of research on it yourself. Okay, so here's the one, foods for clear skin, 28 we got as moderate. There's a little discrepancy here telling me we've got 590 searches in the USA, and here it's telling me we've got 720. We can quickly go over to the Google keyword planner if you wanted to, and you could always type it in there. Of course, my filters are all on global, guys, so it's not going to tell me USA, it's going to tell me the global one, and in the globally this is searched for 1,000 times per month. So yeah. Okay, did I find any more here? I did tonight. Clear skin. Okay, how to get clear skin fast. That looks like a good keyword. Let's just enter that in here. And so anyway, this is exactly how I'm drilling down, guys. And you know, if you had a niche like acne, you know what? I'm sure you get the understanding and idea of what happens here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you how to do it with basically acne or something like that. With acne, guys, you do exactly the same. You type in acne, go to long tail keywords, sort by competing sites first, the lowest ones first, and then shortlist keywords, and then drill down to each one and find some nice keywords that are low competition, high in search volume, and easier, moderate for you to rank in Google for them. Okay, we're just waiting for this search to complete, guys. Again, it's doing lots of things in the background, so sometimes it can take long, sometimes it can take much quicker, and again, it does depend on you know, how we get what the reactions we get from the third-party sites that we actually work with. Okay, this one seems to be taking a little bit longer, and if you do see that it is taking a little bit longer, guys, then give it up to about 4 minutes or something, because sometimes you know, the sites can get stuck in, you know, giving us data back, and we have to wait for these sites. But if you see that it doesn't load up within that time, then you can just click on enter again up here, and it will take you back to the search page. But as you can see, this actually did open up. It took a little bit longer, and the reason it took longer was obviously, like I said, we're waiting for the sites to respond to us. So anyway, so here you can see we've got 23 moderately difficult, 71 all in title, lowest DA is 0. Now if you see a lowest DA is 0, then that tells you that more than likely there's a social property that's ranking on the top 10 sites, and we can have a look at this by having a look down here. From here, you'll see that there is no domain authority, that is 0. But if you have a look at these here, okay, that's YouTube. I'm looking for some nice big authority sites, and then I'll tell you if there's a social property. Okay, so here's one here. We've got Pinterest. So obviously, if you've got Pinterest ranking in Google, as you can see, the page authority is horrible on them. But the actual domain authority, trust flow and everything is fantastic. And we actually identify Pinterest and identify social media sites that are ranking in Google, and apply special rules to them. Because obviously when a social media site's ranking in Google and a social media site's about so many subjects, they need to be, they need to have exceptional and specific conditions for them. So anyway, guys, this is exactly how you drill down for any keyword, any niche, and how you can find manageable keywords to target using niche genetics and the long tail keyword section. And of course, guys, once you're starting to target those keywords, and you know what keyword you want to target, then that's when you'll be able to make most of the use, or most use, looking at related terms, looking at LSI terms, looking at your tags, and looking at all these other areas down here as well. Now again, guys, when you're happy to drill down and you've picked your niche and you're happy with your keyword, that's when you come down here and you start drilling down to categories and suggestions and how-tos should you wish. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope you enjoy working with niche genetics, and I hope you can now find high search volume long tail keywords that are much easier to rank for than keywords such as hair loss or clear skin.